Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you all are enjoying the virtual roadshow and getting to know the research work done in cybersecurity domain. Now, I would like to welcome Mr. Ajay Prakash Sahani, Secretary, Ministry of Electronics and IT, for a special keynote on India's cybersecurity R&D. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, and thank you for involving me in this wonderful program. It's a pleasure to be a part of this. I think as we look at the cybersecurity threats and see them growing significantly, the R&D in cybersecurity, the product development effort in cybersecurity, the effort to uh, create and implement policies within organizations, the effort to spread awareness and educate all the stakeholders that have a role in protecting us and keeping us ourselves protected. I think all of that assumes tremendous importance. From the Government of India's perspective, we are cognizant of not just the large extent of existing threats, but also the growing attack surface and the increase in the threats with the huge spread of broadband, a very large spread of the endpoints. Every mobile in our pockets is an endpoint device which is used by malicious actors to be able to bring all kinds of threats into our lives. So with this in mind, I think the R&D has always been a very important part of MIT's programs and schemes. We have a dedicated group within the Ministry of Electronics and IT that constantly obtains proposals. It works with a number of institutions, premier educational institutions, research groups, private companies as well, and especially with the DSCI, in DSCI, NASSCOM, various other industry bodies as well, to give shape to more and more activity around cybersecurity. Within this, within MIT, STQC and especially CDAC play a very important role. The different branches of CDAC in different parts of the country have over a period of time built up tremendous capacity in specific segments of cybersecurity. In many of these, they are among the finest in the country, and routinely they are advising the law enforcement authorities. They are helping the law enforcement authorities build their own capacity. They are constantly engaging in R&D activity, looking at new threats that are emerging, and also the best ways to contain those threats. Apart from CDAC, we have also, with the help of DSCI, set up the National Center of Excellence for Cybersecurity for technology development and entrepreneurship around the area of cybersecurity. And this one tries to create an environment which is conducive to not just R&D, but also the overall growth of the cybersecurity ecosystem, and ensuring that Indian research groups, Indian products start emerging Indian companies, startups, small and medium companies, big companies emerge with their products and services. They find a market within India, and we help them with whatever common resources we are able to pull up. The new segments are opening up all the time. Segments around 5G, 4G is moving into 5G. 4G itself is a huge spread. India has been a very aggressive player in 4G, deployment of 4G across the length and breadth of the country. And now we see some preparedness on the part of our telcos to take us into 5G. 5G comes along with IoT. IoT and 5G are sort of almost made for each other. So as the 5G builds capabilities for low latency communication, for ultra reliable communication, for machine to machine communication, the IoT devices with lots of sensors are also getting deployed in almost every domain. They are getting deployed in our homes, they are getting deployed in our offices, they are getting deployed in factories, in cars, in vehicles, and even in the agricultural, health, education, and environment related domains. I think almost everywhere we have IoT devices. With the spread of these devices come new threats which require again require us to do a lot of catching up on cybersecurity. Apart from these hardware level threats which come embedded in hardware, they come embedded through the software which is used alongside hardware devices. Again is a very significant area, and it's important especially in our mission critical sectors, whether it is power sector, telecommunications, aviation, transportation, etc., to have a grip on to be able to use electronic devices and equipment with confidence. So we are also moving significantly into the concept of a trusted value chain, where a trusted supply chain, where we can be confident about all the elements that are going into the devices and the operational systems in these domains. New technologies like blockchain, the services primarily being used, from the cloud, new forms and the huge popularity of new instruments in digital payments, issues about inroads that are made into personal data privacy, concerns around the non-personal data and how that flows and sometimes is made to flow in a surreptitious manner without many of us realizing that very valuable data is actually flowing in that manner. All of these represent new areas that cybersecurity researchers, research groups, companies, etc., must look at, and we are very supportive of that activity. Within our networks also, whether it is inside the government or it is the broad networks used by the telcos and other carriers of broadband and other services, I think that's another area where network security also becomes exceedingly important. Within the government, we are also encouraging some of the R&D outcomes or outputs to actually get tried out within our system, and to use our system to sort of refine and mature those products. That's again, as in case of many other parts, all other parts of cybersecurity, it's work in progress. There is never a point of time where you are absolutely satisfied that you have you have everything under control. What we know of when we are able to, what we know of itself sometimes is not the complete picture. And even when you have brought what you know of under your grip, there are new threats that are also emerging alongside. Sometimes the threats are emerging at a much faster pace as compared with the commensurate capacity to do research and to deal with those threats. So as a country, I think we need to move forward in the spirit of a public-private partnership. It's not going to be enough, especially in this domain. In many other domains, but especially in cybersecurity, it's very clear that neither government nor the private sector nor the academia and research groups stand on their own. We simply have to come together. We have to support each other. It has to be a Team India effort. And in the Team India effort, we have to also take along some of the prominent cybersecurity product and service providers from across the globe. We are fortunate to have the presence of R&D centers of many of the prominent cybersecurity related entities and technology majors from across the globe in India. Indian designers, Indian engineers, Indian technology talent actually works in many of these companies and ends up creating solutions that are used across the globe. We also have to rope them in and sort of use their capacity to augment and build the capacity of India to face these threats more confidently. I once again compliment the National COE in cybersecurity on having organized this kind of a cybersecurity R&D roadshow. And we are also, I would like to mention to many of you who are in on this program that we are committed to create opportunities for you. If you are involved in cybersecurity R&D, there is room to create project proposals, and there is some support from both within MeitY. There would be support from within the Cybersecurity Center of Excellence. We are also committed to create market opportunity, help you to be tried out, to get your products tried out in within the governmental domain, place some of the tried and tested products on the government e-marketplace, which is the primary location where all the government departments source their technologies and other requirements. And we are there to help you as startups, as small and medium companies, to create a full spectrum of products and services that India requires today. And this is a very, very rapidly growing field. It's a wonderful area for you to step into. And if you're already engaged in this, we value your efforts. We are there with you every step of the way. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing the insights with all of us on India's cybersecurity R&D. Thank you so much. And now we have 20 different research projects being exhibited in the exhibition hall. The attendees may want to proceed to the hall after this session to explore or stay here to interact with our exhibitors from IIT Roorkee, Bennett University, and IIT Jammu. Thank you.
Thank you.